kampana. Salo music na we and we chachaya. If you shake that you won't do. But you are pass me the bottle. Let me party no gumbo. Now we get to make Boku Rapper be humble. From ya, streets na the bar. Scatter money let the great stuff one. The baby medicine name Kadija. I'm a party baby than you. Who's party bar? Shera. To the cherry. Shera.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brenda Cesar Conte, and as you have noticed, I am not in a laughing mood. I don't feel like laughing. I don't feel like smiling. The reason being because of the topic that I'm going to talk about. There is a video going, it has gone viral. Let's just say that, okay? I saw it last night, okay? It was, in a nutshell, a gentleman or a scumbag. It's a scumbag. When it happened in the United Kingdom, in London to be precise. Broad daylight, took off his trousers, pulled it down, and did number 2 in the middle of the street in front of Marks and Spencer. I don't know the streets, okay? But I think it's the central part of London. The gentleman took his time, did the number 2. He pulled. You understand? In the streets, passers-by were watching, people were talking, and somebody videoed it and sent it on the social media. And that is how it became viral. And one thing about the man, he was neatly dressed. He knew exactly what he was doing. He did the pull. He wiped his bum with a toilet roll. I'm sorry, it sounds very nasty, but I have to say it. And he put the nasty soiled toilet roll down, took his time, pulled up his trousers, marched majestically away from the scene. Now, the point I want to make, ladies and gentlemen, Africans, you shout human rights. You talk about all kind of rubbish, okay? This happened in the United Kingdom. And the point I want to make is this. If the table was turned, it's a white man that did it, okay? And it was a black man. Do you know what would have happened? One police van would have come. One with 2 police. They would have come and they would have called for backup. In a twinkling of an eye, that street would have been full of police van. About 4, 5, 6 of them. And they would come with an ambulance for the guy. If it happened in America or the so-called First World, that would have happened. The police would have come for backup for the guy. They would have concluded the guy is mad. They would have choked him, manhandled him, and choked him inside one of their cars or the ambulance, direct to a mental home. That is where they would have pumped injection or the stupidity they pump on them. This is the reality of England, America, First World. That is the fact. And that is what is going on. And that is what is called institutionalized racism. That is what is called subtle racism. Why I say it is called subtle racism, the days of my mother, the days of our forefathers, when they were in the United Kingdom, it used to be open racism, where they would write on the doors, no dogs, no black, the landlords. It used to be legal to be racist. Now, it is not legal in the United Kingdom. And so they do it in this kind of ways. And one main institution that they use to practice racism is the police force. And of course, the court system, especially the family court, and other institutions like the local authorities, where they steal people's children, they steal babies and sell them. And they are talking about human rights in Africa. Do we sell babies in Africa? No, we don't do it. Even when a mad woman gives birth to the baby, we know that there is a bond between a mother and a child that should not be broken. They have a way of cajoling that mad woman before they take that baby away. And in most cases, they leave the woman to take care of the baby because there is a connection. God gave the woman the baby, not the state the baby, or not any scumbag the baby. So let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, you have to build up Africa. You have to come together. Stop fighting amongst yourself. Look at my small country. APC fighting against SLPP, and you are all brothers and sisters. You are fools fighting against each other. Look at what is happening to us, or you, or your brothers and your sister in the so-called first country. You're never going to be the normal citizen. And that is why we can have their blue books, you have their red books, whatever color books. You will never be a British, an American like them, okay? A Swedish like them. And that is why inside the book, they always ask, country of origin. There are so-called data processes, equality right. Is it equal? They always ask, where were you born? Describe yourself. Black British. You are not a British. You are a black British. Go back home, build your nation up, and stop fighting amongst yourself. That is why the black race is the most laughed at race in the whole universe. Other races like the Chinese, they are fighting and climbing up rapidly. And even in Africa, the country that fought war, killed and slaughtered themselves, Rwanda, today is one of the best in Africa in terms of their economy. And sometimes I look at it, it is because most of the parliamentarians are female parliamentarians.